causes delays, that strings out the process. So I think it's important for them to be focused on getting to an actual debt restructuring where the burden can be lightened. For Zambia, this is a country that's gone through a lot of its own internal improvements, and it's a country that's singled out as needing to move forward with a reduced debt burden, so there can be new investment into the country. I think that's what's important right now, and they need to take steps in the next few weeks in order to unlock that potential.
And that was the World Bank President David Malpass speaking to Bloomberg earlier. Let's get to Middle East markets again with our resident expert Farah Al-Bahrawi. Farah, so Dubai is now actively looking for dual listings. What do we know about how this would work in terms of structures?
Good morning, Yusuf. We actually did get to speak to the CEO of the Dubai financial market on the sidelines of the MENA IPO summit, and he did walk us through how dual listings are kind of becoming a more and more of a focus for the exchange. There are a lot of companies that are interested to have exposure to both international and foreign investors available here in Dubai. We've seen what happened with Americana. There was a lot of demand because you had a wider investor base, excess of $100 billion of demand for a $1.8 billion IPO, and the stock is up more than 30% in both Abu Dhabi and Saudi Arabia, or close to that number. That's on the dual listings front, but also the exchange is focusing more on private companies. We've seen government companies going public on the DFM, but the exchange is currently working and encouraging more private companies to come to the market, and that will be, I think, a really important story for 2023 and 2024.
And we're salivating at the thought of a gas IPO from ADNOC. What can you tell me?
It's a really interesting story, Manis. So we've had Goldman Sachs and Bank of America actually relinquish their roles on that IPO. And that's something that you don't see quite often. It was because ADNOC is trying to accelerate its timeline for its potential listing, and that won't give Big Four accounting firms enough time to audit ADNOC Gas, leaving HSBC Holdings to arrange the IPO with First Abu Dhabi Bank. But Bank of America and Goldman Sachs will be advising ADNOC on the IPO, but they won't be the lead anymore. And that's really fascinating. We don't see that happen quite often.
Yeah, I'd love to know which accounting firm has volunteered to do the numbers under the new accelerated timeline. In the meantime, more developments on the IPO front for the rest of the region as well.
Yes, we've had Oman come into the public market with Abraj, an OQ company, but really what's even more recent is TAM Consultancy. That's a company in Saudi Arabia. It's seeking to list in the parallel market called the Nomu market before seeking an upgrade to the Tadawul within 2 years. This is a management consultancy firm, and that's kind of what we've been discussing this week, Yusuf. More and more companies that are in different sectors other than the utilities, the energy, and the bank space that we constantly see in our markets here. New companies coming and listing or going public. That's, I think, an exciting change in the region and kind of a different rhythm than what we've seen over the past 2 years in IPO markets, for sure.
Farah, thank you very much. Yeah, last year was pretty lean for those investment bankers outside the region. Yeah. Who knows what we get this year?
We get a lot.
We get a lot. Farah, thank you very much. Farah Al-Bahrawi there. Plenty more ahead. This is Bloomberg.